What's up everybody, DM7 is here, and today, as you can see and make out from the title, and someone's messaging me now, but today we're playing Ace Attorney, the trilogy. I remember this game came a lot way back, like I'd pretty much say I think it was really far back, but yeah, you know what, let me just do it again. Now I think the game came in like in after 2001 or something, but it was for the Game Boy I think, and yeah, it later on came subsequently after many years came for Microsoft Windows. Now in this one we have the trilogy. That means let's see, so we've got 3 games in this one. We'll be starting with the first one. Although I have seen the game, I had seen it like on iOS, but we'll be playing fresh. We'll be playing a new game. Oh yeah, so as we can see, there's Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, and there's Ace Attorney Justice for All. This is the second game in the series, and Trials and Tribulations, this is the third game. So we'll be starting with the first game. I think they've revamped the graphics a little bit for the Windows, I don't know. Yeah, it does show 2001, so yeah, this one was 2001, and then the next game a year, and then 2 years. Alright, so yeah, we're playing a game from 2001 to be precise. So yeah, I've been following the anime too, which is currently airing, and it's a great series, if I say. So let's just jump into it. Let's just jump into it, guys. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught, not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. I don't know whether I should do the voiceover anymore. August 3, 9:47 AM, District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right? Oh, hi, Chief. Phew! I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I know... Okay, that was Phoenix. I'm so stupid. I'm just sorry. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job. Yeah, that's it. The meaning same. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want him to help him. Shit. I want to help him out. Anyway, I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Dad to despair. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from... Okay. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Um, the person responsible for your girlfriend's death. Can I use the spacebar or the arrow keys? Yeah. Enter key. The newspapers say it was you. So the newspaper says it was you. That's why it's colored in red. We need to remember this. My name is Phoenix Wright. After 5 years,
For 5 years, I was stranded on an island with only one goal.
okay, no, that's another thing. I'm sorry. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. Oh, that's so simple. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was unluckily Sabde. Oh,
First go improve your speaking, mate.
Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying: when something smells, it's usually the butts. I see what you did there. I can't say that I am not laughing inside, but yeah, I see what you did there. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack of getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That's what friends are. So, that's what friends are supposed to.
Shut up already, mate.
That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Yeah, we're going to save Larry. August 3, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom 2. Wait, right off the bat I see something contradictory in this case. Wait, isn't Wright supposed to be on the left? I don't know that, but I've seen Wright on the left. Or is it like he's right, so Wright is right and standing on the right? I don't know. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Wait, what the hell just happened? We saw Phoenix standing on the right side. Okay, maybe it's the angle, I don't know. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I don't think so. I'm nailing Wright's voice, but I need to do whatever I can. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Alright, listen. Now, there's no timer, so we can take all the time we've got, but yeah, of course we know it's Larry. So yeah, the defendant. It is Larry. So we'll just click Larry. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Correcto mundo, guys. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Alright, we'll keep our wits about us. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me what's the victim's name. Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's wait, uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim? Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot.
Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. I knew this would be coming sooner or later. Just press tab. Okay, so she's actually telling us to press tab. Very abnormal, right? That's not abnormal. Okay, let's press tab, guys. Attorney's badge. We've got our attorney's badge, guys. Cindy. Alright, it's Cindy, guys. It's Cindy. We've got it. It's Cindy. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Wait, Cindy. It's Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was, I know this one, hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the thinker. Am I going to Joker, or like, am I going to Joker on this one? Because I really want to. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the record. Okay, statue. A statue in the shape of thinker. It's rather heavy. It's rather heavy. Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab. Again, she's telling us to use tab. Alright, we're gonna tab. Wait, shut up. I need to tab myself in. Alright, this was something. I can't enter it anymore. Wait. That's my attorney's badge. Alright. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Watts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Alright, so if I can get the angle right, because I'm unable to get the angle right. If Larry is at that side, that means if we are looking from the audience, then the prosecutor is on the left side, and of course Phoenix is on the right side, which seems contradictory. Yeah, it seems contradictory to the, first of all, anime, because Phoenix is always on the left. So yeah, we've got to see what's that about. Mr. Birds, it is not true that the victim had recently dumped you. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Potts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men now. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word. You know what, I'm really getting stressed out with the voice thing, so I'm just going to go on like I can. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport, we've got the passport. The victim apparently arrived from home on 7/30. That's a date, right? 30th of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Alright. And we're currently in August actually, in this game. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have large income. it appears that she had several sugar daddies. Mr. Payne, you are into some weird shit. Daddy's sugar? Yes, all the men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dirt! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Buzz, what do you think of her now? Now, since it's red, I think he's going to say something we need to remember. Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? You know what? I'll stop him from answering. I'll say objection. My client has no idea the victim was seeing other man. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? Cheating she-dog. That cheating she-dog. She-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah. And when I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, what? Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? But, well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Oh, he bent. What do I do? You know what? I think he's got to answer this one. I can't stop him from saying the truth. Instead, he's got to say this one. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah. I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Birds. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Wow, that objection was pretty shrill. That was like, objection!
Please stop.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Birds is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Like, this case is unique because we already don't know who's the killer. And yeah, basically this one is one of those things where you are already told who's the killer, and like you just enjoy how the people try to find out who is it. I'll call it the reverse flash theory. I'm sorry, not that, but yeah, okay. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Savage to the stand. Oh boy, he is the killer. Mr. Savage, you sell newspaper subscription, is this correct? Oh yes, newspaper, yes. Mr. Savage, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of murder. Alright, we gotta check this out. Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember exactly, the time was 1 p.m. The man who ran away was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why did you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. That phone Mr. Savage used. The phone that Mr. Savage used was found. Wait a minute, Your Honor. I have a record of the blackout for your pleasure, sir. From noon to 6 p.m. That means... Alright, yeah. That's okay, that comes in the mark. Noon means 12 and to 6 p.m. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Yeah, actually, he was lying. I need to find it out. I literally don't remember the anime, and I don't think so. I know. Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or your client really guilty. How do I prove he's not? You hold the key, it's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and witness's testimony. Then once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub in the witness's face. Okay, I guess I'll rub it in the witness's face. Open the court record with tab. Again, we're out with the tabs, man. Why are we tabbing our way out of this? Can I tab? Oh, you didn't let me tab. Okay, so we can see again what he said. Right. So door to door selling subscriptions. Okay, that doesn't give anything. Door half left open. That doesn't give anything. Thinking it's strange. Okay, that doesn't give anything. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. This does give something. Wait, let me see. Wait, what the hell is happening? Time of death is 4 to 5 p.m. Time of death is 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of trauma. Yes. We've got it. Guys, it's 4 to 5 p.m. and he said it was 1 p.m. Yeah, now we're going to present E. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. Guys, we've got it. The autopsy report notes time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? And he's gone. Report him, guys. But not so fast, I think. Yes, we've got it, guys. Mr. Savit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Well, gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. I know this one. Point out the contradictions. Believe in the truth. The next episode.
Find the contradictions. Believe in the truth. Next episode.
Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Yup, we're going to. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? We were getting it again. The time of discovery. See, when I found the body, I heard a it was probably coming from a television. Oh, but 3 hours off, was it? I guess the victim must have watching a tape video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Okay. I see you heard a voice saying the time on the tape program. Mr. Wright will cross-examine. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. Alright, we're going to get him again. Alright, you heard the time. There was a voice saying it. Television. Wait. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Now this is where I get it. Yeah, we need to do something. Electricity was gone, guys. Electricity was gone. It is so freaking awesome. Yes! Guys, we've got it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! I will the defense has a point. Do you have any explanation for this, Mr. Savit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Oh, he's gone. Ah, wait, I remember now. Mr. Savit. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. And you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Savit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. And yep, we're getting him totally. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Show clerk, I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine. Gladly. Okay, now I know this one. I didn't hear the time, I saw it. Now, the thing is, there was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? The murder weapon. Now, we're going to press on this one. Because, I don't think so. I can kind of... Can I do it? Can I do it? Let's see. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock? Yes, we got it. We got it. You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Savitt. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see, so the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? I do have problems, yes, Your Honor. There is a gaping hole in this witness's testimony. The only way he would have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying. You were inside the apartment. I didn't see anything. I just hit enter. Inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove it. I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck with the clock and shock of the blow triggered the... Okay, I am unable to do this. But yeah, that was the sound you heard. Yeah, you see, Wright is on the right side and the prosecutor is on the left, so that's a contradiction. That voice was burnt into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the big jump with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw him. The hell? He just threw his wig. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn, give him that. Order in the court, I say. Oh, I'm kinda sleepy now, but yeah. Okay, Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. I mean, there is so many evidence, what else should I do? I do have evidence. I have evidence. The whole case is riding on this. I'd better. Alright. Yeah, Your Honor. Sound Mr. Savitt heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Payne? Can you tell me what time it is now? Oh my god, I don't know what my body wants to do. But I'm snoozing like hell. It's 11:25. You see that 3-hour gap? Enter. Or, as you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Savitt heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Savitt, try to talk your way out of this one. You forget one thing. Forgot. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How did you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. That's baseless, but let's just prove it. Prove it for him. He's right. How can I prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. No, I have evidence. I know I have. Damn. Oh. Cross-examine is ended. You treat me like a criminal. You lawyer. You lawyers.
Lawyers.
You lawyers are all this line. I almost had them. Let's press him. Wait, let's press him. We can press him. Not so fast, Mr. Savit. Mia, I mean Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you. Oh, okay. Yet I'll just take some breaths. Right. Well, I don't know, but yeah, we can think of a reason. We can prove. I think so. Wait, let me check my tabs. Wait a minute. Okay, no. What can support it? Why was the clock running slow? All right, guys, we've got it. We've got it, guys. The clock was running slow. I just literally just got it right now. The clock was running slow because she went to USA. Yeah. I mean she went to Paris. Wait. Yeah, I kind of heard things like, yeah, the setting is kind of USA, but it's also Japan, so we don't know what's that. But yeah, the setting is USA because we've got a USA passport there. But she went to Paris, and if I'm right, the time difference between the Pacific time and French time is 3 hours. And got it, guys. Oh, wait, enter. Oh, E. Okay. Guys, the victim had just returned home from abroad the day of her murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Wait, now that is more contradictory. I kind of heard somewhere that it's kind of a USA setting for the game. But 9 hours. If 9 hours is that means yeah, it is indeed Japan. Yeah, it is indeed Japan then. She must be an immigrant. When it's 4 PM here, it's 10 AM there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours past. Lol. The victim hadn't reset her. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Savage, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Or should I say Mr. Did It? What the hell? What the hell did he just do? Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. Because it's a game. Maybe that's right. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. We've done it, guys. We've done it. And with that, This court is adjourned. We need things like these are really cool things. Turns out that Mr. Frank Sabat was a common role. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. So we're now going to see what happened that day. Alright, let's see what happened. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sabat let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sabat grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and damn it. August 3, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. That's... just to be sure, that's too much happy. That's happiness. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. But wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, never mind. Congratulations. Congratulations, Harry. Harry, that's Larry. Harry. Wait. Harry Potter? Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Blah. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? That's quite a shock. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a meme. Memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for food. Don't that make you wanna just cry? Larry. Triple dots? Are you sure? Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. No, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Do you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she went out of... Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Wait, are we showing evidences now, too? What the heck is she talking about? The statue. I think she kept the statue. Wait, what the hell should I give it? She took it to France. Check this out, Larry. Was proof positive you weren't just some chump to her? Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Take that. Right? Where's my enter? I hope you see the importance of evidence. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People do. We never really know if clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. If that seems like a very terrible goodbye speech, I don't like it. I think our work is done here, shall we be off? I guess so. So how about dinner? On me.
Oh my god!
course, we like some free food. Drink a toast to innocent birds. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You will have to tell me more about it. Maybe over drinks? Over drinks, huh? And so my first trial came to a close. Daddy slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us unless you count the clock he gave to me." I didn't know it then, but man, that silence just really got me in. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. I know something's going to come after this black screen. My promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be a promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end, alright. We've got the end here. Guys, we've played episode 1. And I'd like to play the episode 2 now, but so anyway guys, I'll just leave you here and we'll be playing it in the next one. Up till then, ja, matane.
Hey mates. It's Zira here. Yeah, I'm kinda new to this and I know it's difficult to accept change, but I hope I make a good matey to you all. Emma wanted to leave and follow her future endeavors and we happily sent her off. Thank you for everything, Emma.
Well, yeah, I know I was kind of dead in this one, but yeah, it's a good game. I know it's a good anime. It's a good story. It's good.